So hi everyone, welcome back once again. In this video, we are going to create one EKS cluster on AWS using AWS Console. So in this, we are using Kubernetes, AWS and AWS EKS service. Now, what is AWS EKS? So AWS EKS is Amazon service, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes service is a managed Kubernetes service that makes it easy for you to run Kubernetes on AWS on premises. And what is Kubernetes? Kubernetes is an open source system for automating deployment, scaling, and management of containerized applications. So in this video, we are going to see Amazon EKS practically how to create Kubernetes cluster and node groups in AWS using Managed EKS. First point is we have to create AWS CLI. After that, we have to install kubectl. And third point, create access key and secret key for cluster creation user. After that, create VPC and two public subnet we are going to create. Along with that, we can create key pair, or initially if we have key pair, that also we can use, and create an IAM role for cluster. It is necessary here, and attach the permission policies to that IAM role related to AWS cluster, and create another IAM role for worker nodes and attach the permission policies to that worker node also. Then create the EKS cluster, the most important thing. It will take more time, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Then create the node group and attach to the cluster. That node group means what? Worker nodes. For that, we are going to create worker node group. In that, I am using two worker nodes, means creating two AWS instances using Linux or any other operating system. Let's take Linux here and connect to AWS EKS cluster using the kubectl what we install into our PC. So let's go to our AWS console and create Kubernetes cluster and node groups in AWS using Managed EKS. So this is my AWS console. So first I'm going to use my terminal command prompt, but it is required to install our AWS CMI first. For that, go to AWS documentation, command line interface. In that, we will get all these related files. Simply search on Google AWS CLI or how to install AWS CLI. You will get this type of link. Now download and run AWS CLI MSI installer. I'm going to copy this one, and I downloaded already downloaded here, and next. Okay. AWS command line interface is required. First you have to install all these things in your PC. I'm installing AWS command line interface v2 here. You directly go to this documentation and download. If you are using Windows, then download these files. If you are using Mac, then use these files, and if you are using Linux, use these commands and files. So this is my AWS console, but initially I'm going to open my command prompt, and there I'm going to check my AWS CLI is installed or not. For that, AWS hyphen version you can type here. Initially I install AWS CLI. So after this, kubectl is important. For that, in Google search kubectl for AWS, then open this link related to documentation, Kubernetes documentation. In that, install this curl.exe file. If curl is not installed, this will not run. If curl is not installed, then download the latest 1.30 patch release kubectl 1.30 option. From here you can download like this, and you can install your patch here from here. Okay, after that you can perform these all the things and check your kubectl version client. Check your client. Now I'm going to check my now kubectl. Normally when we type kubectl, means kubectl is installed here, and if you want to check version, you can use this test to ensure the version of kubectl is the same as download. What we downloaded initially, we can check with kubectl version client. So here, okay, So my client version is 1.30. This one I install 1.30. This will show in your terminal. So this is very important, but before that you check your environment variable. For that, go to your search bar, environment, see here variable, and go to your environment variable, check your path. This one is a path. Your path is working properly or not. If this path is not proper, then you will get error related to your AWS CLI and kubectl. So this is related to install your AWS CLI and kubectl. After that, so I'm going to check into my C user Sridhar file. My okay, here is my kubectl application file is present, means kubectl is installed without any error, and I can get my kubectl related all the commands here. After this, most important part is go to your AWS console. Here I'm going to create IAM role. We required access key. To create that access key, create a user. If you have already created user, no need to create another, but here I don't have my user, so Shri hyphen EKS one user, I'm giving name like this, and attach, you can attach any policies here. Now the user, simple steps. If you don't know how to create AWS IAM user, then already I created one video. I'm giving a link related to that in description. You can watch step by step how to create user. Now create user. Okay, so for this user, I'm going to create one access key. So go to the user. In this user security credentials, when we go to security credential, we here is the option access key, create access key. Here we want access related to command line interface, so access key related to command line, you can click on this option. Confirmation is very important. I understand above recommended and want to proceed to create access key. Next, you can give any name, Shri EKS. You can give any tag related to that to remember. Here is my access key. We can download CSV file for this also, but I'm going to copy this here, control V, enter. Why I'm doing this, I'm going to interface this one with my terminal. On terminal, I'm going to interface like AWS configure to configure AWS on my terminal on my local PC. So here is my access key and secret access key. Both are required, and also required your region, format of file like JSON or YAML. Most of the times here we have JSON. Okay, so let's use this access key to our terminal. So type AWS configure. Okay, so this one is our access key, required access key. Copy this access key and our secret access key. Copy. No, US is to one and JSON file. Type enter. We're done with this one, and next part is create VPC and two subnet along with this. So type here VPC AWS Console VPC. Give any name to your VPC, EKS VPC. So here I'm going to create one new VPC. Already I created one project Sri VPC here, but now we are going to create different one with different name. Create VPC and more project, not project. I'm giving name EKS SS to remember. Okay, E EKS SS Pro 1. Here I'm giving my IPv4 range 80 and 16, means 65,536 IPs I am using. So this one is created, not created. I have given only IPv4. Okay. So number of availability zone giving 2, and after that number of public 2. I'm not taking any private subnet here, and no NAT gateway and no endpoint. Okay, and just click, and our VPC is created, and go to view VPC. VPC is created here. Here we have all the information related our VPC EKS SS Pro 1. So VPC subnet route table, and this one is network connection. This is gateway. Let's see gateway, internet gateway is available. After that subnet EKS, this one EKS SS Pro 1, EKS Pro 1 subnet. You have to give name properly, because we will confuse if we created initially one related to EKS project. Now the next is create a key pair. I don't have key pair. I'm going to create key pair EC2. Okay, EC2 key pair. Just create key pair. I don't have key pair, so I'm creating EKS new key 1. Any file you select, PAM file or a .ppk file, create a key pair. Now I have one key pair here. Initially I don't have any key pair, so I created one key pair for this. Now we are going to create a IAM role for cluster, and we are going to attach permissions and policies related to that cluster, related policies to that IAM role to create. For that, go to IAM. For that we are going into role, create role. Already I have role, but I am going to create now another role. AWS service, select here, select trusted entity AWS services, type EKS, is related to EKS. So I want here allow access to other AWS service resources that are required to operate cluster managed by EKS. For that I'm going to select EKS cluster. Next, so here Amazon EKS cluster policy is attached. Next, giving name, this one EKS 2, not EKS dash 3 dash 2. This is a second role I am creating actually. But allow access to other AWS service resources that are required to operate cluster and managed by EKS. Okay, select trusted entities. This will create a JSON file and our Amazon EKS cluster policy for this role. Create role. Okay, so role EKS 3.2 role is created here. We can select other role also, but now I'm going to create another IAM role for worker node and attach policies related to cluster to that role also. Now this new role is related to creating instances. That's why I'm selecting here EC2. So just select here EC2, allow EC2 instance to call AWS service on your behalf. So these two are worker nodes, are nothing but here I'm going to create two instances, EC2 instances. This will created automatically by selecting this one. I will show you. Initially I have to attach some policies to this role, like zone EKS worker node policy, because these are worker nodes, this one policy. And after that, second policy is required is Amazon EC2 container registry read only policy, this policy. After that, third one is Amazon EKS CNI. Okay, got it. Amazon EKS CNI policy, this policy. Now next, here we can see policies. Okay, Amazon EC2 container register read only policy, Amazon EKS CNI policy, Amazon EKS worker node policy. These three policies are required for this role. I can give name like EKS. Okay, so this one is a work to role Shri. I'm giving long name because I have lots of role created. Similar name I will get confused. That's why I'm giving a long name and just create role. This will take hardly 2-3 seconds. So the next point is creating a cluster. The important point for that, search okay, Amazon EKS service. Okay. So initially we don't have any cluster here. If you have, then register, or I'm going to create here. Click here or here, create, giving name EKS tech. Okay, it will take default. See, we have latest version 1.30 here. We have in our terminal. Now role, it will select automatically EKS Shri 2 role created. Okay, now okay, click on next. VPC Shri, I've created second VPC, this one EKS SS Pro. This one is my VPC and subnet under that EKS SS Pro 1. Okay, security group. I have security group, but we can create security group. Here we can see. Okay, create one security group to give name Shri Security for EKS 2. Everything is remaining okay. Same name you can give, same name here. I'm giving you same name. VPC is remaining. Okay, this one is VPC Pro EKS SS Pro. My this, delete this one and add rules. I'm going to delete this one, deleted previous one, and add rules, all traffic. And here we have this 16, I think this one is 80. Okay, and create new security group. For this security group is created, and let's refresh. This one is my security group, and to public this one, giving all access, and next. Oh wait, we have to change something here. Okay, I think I'm missing something. I'm going back previous. Okay, here previous one. Okay, next. Okay, I am something missing something in my security group. I think security group required to edit here, edit inbound rules. This is okay. I think I did mistake here. Okay, 10, and this one is a 80. Okay, all traffic. No, this one is perfect. Save rule, all traffic. Okay, for this security group. Now this one is perfect. Refresh this one to select okay, and again try this like this. Okay, now this one is perfect. I given my CIDI range wrong. Next. Okay, no changes here. Control plan logging, cloud watch, okay, configuration, all these things are perfect. Okay, add-on Amazon EKS add-ons in that core DNS, core proxy, Amazon VPN CNI, and Amazon EKS pod identity agent. These all things are required for Kubernetes core things like networking related, all the things here available. These are add-ons, automatically they are attached to our EKS. No need to this one. And next. Okay, ready to install core DNS. Now what is this? Configure selected add-on settings. Here we require these add-on setting. Automatically AWS creating these all the things like kube proxy in a worker node. In a node we required all these things, kube proxy, all this identity agent, pod, these all things are required. Now cluster review and create cluster. The configuration, exact configuration of our cluster is a name I given Sri Desai Tech, version of Kubernetes 1.30. After that cluster service role, and now tagging I'm never given. Networking related security group I created, two subnet created, one VPC created with IPv4 address family, and cluster endpoints public I given public to this one, and observability control plane logging of, okay, add-ons. Okay, add-ons, these four selected automatically from AWS for networking and security purpose. This EKS pod identity agent is security type. Core DNS is networking related. Kube proxy VPC CNI is networking related. After that, versions for those are added here. Now create. See, this will take maximum time, I think 10 to 15 minutes sometimes to create our cluster, our EKS cluster. So I'm going to proceed this one fast forward, and let's see, refresh. This will take more time. This will take hardly 9 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. Refresh, more time. So I'm forwarding this one. Let's refresh. Okay, so this one is active now, and let's see here, details available. API server, this one is API server, certificate authority, URL, IAM role also available, EKS 5 version, and our name is EKS Sridhar Tech is available. This is our EKS cluster name. So let's go to our terminal here and type AWS EKS update hyphen cube config hyphen name. Name is EKS tech copy. I think I have to type EKS tech. After that, hyphen region. I think US East 1. Yes, this region is US East 1. Here available US hyphen East hyphen 1. Enter. Okay, added new content ARN, this one, and cluster is EKS Sridhar Desai Tech to C Sridhar file dot cube config. Where, see, here we can see Sridhar user dot cube config. Let's go and see in my, okay, so kubectl is installed. Sridhar user Shri dot cube we have dot cube. This configuration, open with notepad this once. Okay, open. Let's see here. Okay, EKS Sri cluster. Already I created one EKS Sri cluster before this. This one is also showing, and our recent in US East same area EKS Sridhar Desai Tech. This in JSON format. okay, is created. Means we have details related to that in our machine. This one is created. After this, means we successfully created our cluster here in using AWS EKS resources. Now compute nodes are not showing here. Let's refresh. EC2 means nodes are not created here. Still nodes are not showing here. Means here nodes compute nodes are not, node groups are not created here. So here it is required to create our worker nodes here. We don't have here worker nodes add on network group. So add node group here, worker node. For that I'm giving name worker dash 2 hyphen Shri to identify Shri worker role. Already we created work to role for this worker node, and after that okay, nothing to change here. Next, so these nodes created, these two worker nodes are created, these instances are created with this AMI. Which machine you want, you can change your machine according to that. I am taking Amazon Linux. This is a setup of compute scaling configuration. You can scale according to our traffic coming into our, no change into our web service, web application. This size I'm keeping this one as it is. Desired size for node group scaling configuration, we can scale up and scale down. The desired I'm taking to minimum size 2, and maximum I'm keeping here 3. Maximum along with that traffic, if coming more traffic need more resources, then it will maximum exceed to 3, not more than that. So maximum unavailable, enter number value 1. Means minimum if I want, then number 1. So after subnet, I selected this subnet key pair. Initially I created one key pair here. You can select and create your key pair here. I have created EKS new key 1. Select security group, we selected here these two. After that next, okay, is done, and simply click next. Key pair is available, subnet we provided. It will take some time. Configuration is this, take some time. One health issue again. Till EC2, let's see. EC2 is not created, still not created. IP address for subnet, then you need to enable auto sign public IP address for the subnet IP. Okay, so let's go to subnetting here. Subnetting this one, edit subnet setting, enable auto assign IP setting. I never auto assign for IPv4 here, that's why it's showing. Save. After that this one is created EKS Pro 1, this subnet with DA5, and second one is EKSS Pro 1 1B E40. Go to this action, edit subnet setting, enable auto assign public IP addresses for. Okay, so this health issue, this one will show again. So let's delete this one. Read to work node 2, control C, control V. Okay, delete. Deleting this one, go to nodes, node group, and I'm going to create new one. uh, Subnet selected. Next, something is missing again, I think previous. Oh, configure remote access, important. Key pair I have, security groups, this one, and let's give this one. Okay, next, as it is, all things create. Let's see, it will take more time actually. Again, creating, refresh. Here don't have instances, still not created instances, no matches. Okay, refresh. Health issues, no health issues, creating status. Okay, so let's see here. Refresh, creating, created. Okay, active and nodes. Shri node 222 node 22 work is created. These two T2 medium we use here, created 1 minute ago, few minutes ago. So here when we refresh, we will get two worker nodes here automatically. Initially, see here we don't have any worker node. Let's refresh and see. Again go to instance. Okay, see, refresh, initializing, they are still initializing. And these two instances we created here, worker nodes created here with this detail related to this one. See, Sridhar, the site tech, this security group we created here is available. Key is also available here, and system Linux we selected to create these two instances. We can see their configuration in detail here. Okay, they are running, both are running. Second one, let's see, also running. Security, we will get EKS role Shri. IAM role is EKS worker 2 we created. See in 9 point also. Now, okay, so go to this. Okay, update history, Kubernetes labels, update configuration, node 1 maximum node 1 available, we already. Go to auto scaling group. Here is auto scaling group. In that we added something. Okay, auto scaling group we have. Click on this. Okay, see, in auto scaling group, desired capacity we given 2 here, minimum 2 here, maximum 3 we mention there. So when traffic is more, the maximum capacity is 3 for application, minimum is 2, desired is also 2. In activity, let's see. Okay, successfully launch auto scaling for this worker nodes. Automatic scaling is also available here. Okay, inside management, it created the information related to that. And on using CloudWatch, we can analyze this instance. Okay, so we have information related to that here. Let's see nodes, where are nodes? Compute, in compute we have these two nodes. So here we successfully created two nodes. You can check into your terminal also about these nodes using kubectl get nodes. Use those Kubernetes commands to check your nodes are created or not, your worker node. Your, you can check with Kubernetes kubectl commands, and let me know in the comment section you check and what result you are getting there. So sure, I think you like this video, share this video and subscribe my channel for DevOps related and cloud related videos and information. Create your own cluster and inform me in comment section that you created successfully using these steps a cluster, EKS cluster. And thank you for watching this video.